Google really struggles with foreign languages. We've known this for a long time. Foreign language search results tend to be the Wild West, with old black hat tactics working very well. The content doesn't need to be as good, and the link building can be all over the place. I've heard top casino affiliates talking about how, for ranking in foreign locations like Thailand, Eastern European countries, and other parts of Asia, they'll typically buy an expired domain and then just slam it with all kinds of spammy link building tactics, whether you're using GSA, Money Robot, one of those, all the kinds of things that we used to say worked 10 years ago for English language, but you'd never hit your own website with it today. But in foreign language search results, it seems to work very well. That's why one reason I'm always saying that if you're trying to rank a site in a foreign language, then you can relax very slightly about the link building. In my case, for my clients, we still do high quality outreach-based link building, but a big problem tends to be finding enough sites in that language that you can actually get a link from. But the reality is, if you actually scrape your competitors in that niche, you'll generally find loads of them will have English language links and links from all over the world. So just because you're in a foreign language search result, you very often don't need to stress too much about making sure all your links come from that same language. Often it is much more about power, volume, velocity. So generally with links in foreign languages, you really don't need to overthink it and worry about it too much. And in terms of just ranking generally, especially with content, I've seen loads of case studies of people building mass AI spam sites in, for instance, Arabic, promoting payday loans and things like that, and getting massive traffic pretty much overnight. So the evidence is overwhelming. There are big opportunities for ranking in non-English language search results. Now, for a long time, the hesitation with that has been obviously using translators and just generally not knowing the language yourself. And AI has made that a lot easier. So amongst my various LinkedIn parasite SEO experiments at the moment, I did a page in Arabic and I pretty much forgot all about it until this morning when someone liked it, which told me that it was actually starting to get traction. And sure enough, if I look in Ahrefs, I am actually now number 1 for one keyword, number 4 for another, and number 10 for another. So 3 keywords on page 1. Generally, I'd also say Ahrefs tends to be less effective in these kinds of alphabets, but not a big issue. The least effective participant here in these other languages is me, but thankfully I can just highlight this and go to translate selection to English, and we can see that's my main keyword, trading robot. What about this one? Best trading robot. So I'm number 1 for my main keyword. So great result. No work really gone into it. Let's go back and actually, now I can analyze it and see all I've done is dump a page of ChatGPT content on LinkedIn. I didn't even use Surfer, entities, anything off page, just pure ChatGPT on a page. So now we can go here. And this is always the hesitation people have in terms of how you're actually supposed to work with this. Well, thankfully Google Chrome makes it very easy. Translate to English. Now I can see just how terrible my content actually is. So those people have actually said that AI content in other languages is better than using a translator, but it does tend to be quite limited. It's not as, just like Google, it's been trained largely on English and therefore is best in English. And the standard does drop in foreign languages, but it's still pretty good overall. I think the main issue, generally grammatically it works. The issue is it hasn't really thought ahead in terms of what I'm trying to achieve. So actually, for the best cryptocurrency trading bots of 2024, it's just said Y robot and Z robot. It hasn't even gone on to explain anything about those individual robots. Whereas in the English ChatGPT, you'd get an actual market participant, an actual provider, and then a good paragraph about that provider that's largely based in fact based on training data. But here that doesn't seem to have happened. Now that might be marks down for ChatGPT content in foreign languages, but let's not escape the fundamental truth here is that I just dumped some ChatGPT in Arabic on LinkedIn Pulse, and now a matter of weeks later, I am number 1 in Saudi Arabia for my main keyword. How long has it been? Well, it's now the 20th of February. So it's at this point I tend to do conversion rate optimization. Loads of people say to me, great, you're getting traffic on LinkedIn, but how do you actually convert it? So we got to edit article. This is the great thing about LinkedIn Parasite. You can be iterative with it. I'll just go and try and find a trading robot. So here is Crypto Hopper. This seems reasonably legit. More due diligence obviously required. But for the purpose of this case study, let me just show you what I would do. So generally the homepage tends to be the most optimized for conversions. Here we have a good call to action. So I would actually just screenshot this GPT and say, I have an article on the best crypto bot. Write a paragraph of why. So we'll let that carry on, and then once it's finished, we'll then say translate it into Arabic. I think this might get around some of the limitations we've seen, if we can actually get ChatGPT to think properly and provide a decent article and then get it to translate, rather than asking it to write directly in Arabic straight away, we might actually get a better structure. Okay, so we now have that paragraph. So now we say translate into Arabic. Of course, whatever you're promoting, you do want to make sure it is actually available and accessible from the UAE. And now that's done, we kind of want just a one-line click here with a reason to buy. So let's do translate : it's our top pick here. All of this, and place that just under our introduction. And then I'm going to get our little CTA and probably put that just here as well. So first they get the skip the fluff, go straight to our recommendation, and then they get evidence of why we recommend that top pick. So then I would join the affiliate program, but for now I'll just use their URL. I would put that here. Remember, as I said in my previous video, in the CTA you don't want to say what the brand is because you want to spark that curiosity. So see our top pick right now. As soon as you say our top pick is Crypto Hopper, find out more here, that tends to lose a lot of that curiosity and shine. Then I'll tend to put that image in. So that just looks nice and clickable, and LinkedIn does allow you to do clickable images. And then I'll generally take that CTA, sometimes the image as well, and just repeat it throughout the article. So basically after each paragraph. You want to be really quite aggressive with your CTAs. And same thing, the images you can just repeat with different functions and features, or screenshots of your own account or access, returns, things like that, and just link all those images together. So very easy, not much work involved. That was just a couple of minutes playing around and I forgot about it, and now I'm number one. So foreign languages are a wide open opportunity. I've seen really terrible sites ranking so well in these kinds of search results. East Asian languages where, again, the fonts and alphabet Google really struggles with. So they get these huge spikes of traffic very quickly because they really can just break the machine. Just to give you another example of that, a couple of weeks ago I was testing out how far we could stretch this LinkedIn game. So I found this keyword, basically most reputable, best casinos in Vietnamese, and instantly got a huge amount of traffic overnight, at least based on the Ahrefs estimate. But just checking in again, if we have a look now, we can actually see all these individual, basically IP addresses that are ranking for this term. So I'm not too sure what's actually on here. So we've got a page of content, a load of ads. And yeah, a load of affiliate posts. So this isn't even a proper website for 370,000 visitors per month. And that's just the homepage. And this seems to be repeated again and again. So we've got one LinkedIn article. That's getting 130,000 visitors. Then we've got weird numbers. Cambodia 20 expired domain. I don't know, it's just mad. So foreign languages, so much you can do, so much opportunity. The normal rules do not apply.